path by which I wandered my whole life no longer exists. I am completely lost at the feet of God, and whatever He chooses for me is my fate. The difficulty that arises from a mistake so grave that it takes away everything you have ever known has the power to utterly destroy all hope. As the sun rises above this land strange to me, its light is familiar and warm, but allows the great hills before me to cast a vast shadow and boast their power over me. They stare down on me with judging eyes in amusement of my situation, for I have found myself somewhere easier to arrive than depart. It is times like this, when the silence just whispers impending doom because I have decided to abandon the only family I will ever have and love. I wished to be truly free, so much that it overtook me. Now I wish to be free from my own mind. I wish I could only return home and free myself from the bonds of my own discontentment. If only I could return to the place that once plagued me, a place of life, friendship, love, and warmth. If only I could return to that place I once believed damned me. We follow others and wander the same paths they lead. Through the treacherous land, we would always seem to return home. It is our duty to give love to those who created us, who provides for us because we rely on them. However, I believed my reliance was chaining. I believed I was strong enough to be independent and brave enough to be strong. Only now do I realize that to wander the great halls of my home along with my siblings is the greatest honor the world had to offer me. We awoke together, we marched together, we ate together. Now all I feel is loneliness. As I lay here on what feels like my deathbed, so far from home, it is easy to question my every decision. Why did I believe I would be happier if I ran away? Why did I separate myself from others? These are not questions I used to ask. My former self thought in a manner far to the contrary. I hope someone will find my writings and not make the same mistakes as me. What was it for? For what do I awake every day in this inescapable prison, working myself to the bone and gaining nothing in return? For the glory of my parents and their home? No, I do it because I have nothing better. We work like slaves in the winding tunnels of despair. We follow blindly along the paths laid out for us, through the order of Her Highness. We praise our stepmother, our queen, who does not once show us her love, for all she does is cruelly raise her children to do her bidding. Oh, but it must be true that my simple peers think nothing of it. If they did, they could not so easily trick themselves into believing that they have true freedom. Every day we marched, and every day I felt this deep pain for myself, and this deep sympathy for the rest of my ignorant family. We simply had nothing to live for. The devil's hands were wrapped around our minds as we carried on as empty shells, working to our last grain even without questioning our own rights. We do not have rights. We were just there to obey those who were more powerful, and the very pit of my existence could not be more miserable. I had to get out. If only I knew how much worse the pain would be once I achieved my dream. My legs ache and my heart longs for home. I am much too weak to venture back and much too afraid to die in peace. My only wish has been to be free from pain, and my only tools are my thoughts. Now I must think myself free of doom and regret, for there is nothing left for me. I have thought myself into a deep well of despair that blinded me from the love I was surrounded by in my house. Let this be a plea for